Hello students, welcome to the doubt session. So guys, now we will start with doubt solving. So here is the first question of your doubt. Question says a club has 256 members of whom 144 can play football, 123 can play tennis and 132 can play cricket. Moreover, 58 members can play both football and tennis, 25 can play both cricket and tennis while 63 can play both football and cricket. If every member can play at least one game, then the number of members who can play only tennis is. Okay. So guys, after reading the question, we get to know that this question is of Venn diagram, three set Venn diagram. So first of all, let us make the diagram first for your easy calculations and और आपको better understanding आ जाए इसलिए. ठीक है. Now we know this area represents the common intersection of all the three circles. Okay, so now first of all, let us mark the required things. This circle represents football, this represents cricket, and this represents tennis, and their respective values are how much. Cricket is of 132, tennis is 123, and football is 144. And total how many members are there? Total members are 256. Okay, now this is the representation of Venn diagram 3 set. Okay, when we are provided with such information. Now the formula for such questions is universal set, which is n A union B union C, which is total value of 256. Okay, now this equals to the value of individual three circles. Then subtraction of this part. Now what represents this part? See, this total convex shape represents the total football and cricket. That means 63 members. This green area is represented by number 63. Okay, so in the formula terms, we will write it down as the intersection of these two circles. I hope it is clear to you. Now subtract it. It is A intersection B. Similarly for the two remaining portions as well. Now there is a common area in all three circles which is painted as red. This area. Now this area is, and the value of this portion is intersection of all the three circles. Now let us put the respective values. NA means football is 144, B is cricket, it is 132, C is of tennis, it is 123. Subtracting the three intersection values. Now these intersection values are 58, 25 and 63. It is 58, 25 and 63. But we are not provided with the total intersection of these three. I mean this red shaded area is not provided to us, its value, so consider it as x. Now solve this equation, you will get value of x is equals to 3. Now we have got the value of x equals to 3. Now let us come back to the Venn diagram. I am making another Venn diagram to clear you easily. Now see this. Now this value is represented as 3. Okay, now this was of tennis and this total was 123. Okay, now come back to the information. It says 58 members can play both football and tennis. Football and tennis कौन से थे? This was football. Football and tennis, how many members? 58. It means this total area, which area? This total area belong to football and tennis. Now this represents value 3 और total कितने हैं? Total are 58. So this is 55. ठीक है? Now similarly, cricket and tennis is 25, but 3 is already present here. So this value is 22. Now this total was 123, and this total is 58 plus 22 is how much? It is 80. So now this value turns out to be 123 minus 80, which is 43. Hence, option B is your answer. I hope this answered your question. And since it is a question of bank PO, you need to be very much correct in your calculation, and you will get to your solution as fast as possible. Okay, so now let's move forward to the next question. Now, this is the second question of our today's doubt session. Now, question looks pretty much difficult, but trust me, this is one of the easiest question of today's doubt session. Now, let's start with it. Question says, if A1, A2 are in AP, then find the value of this function. Okay? Now, we need to calculate the value of this function. So, guys, before starting with the question, now, first of all, let me clear you one thing. Since we are preparing for the bank PO exams, and we also know that there is very much less time per question in the exam, so we need to have a proper and direct approach while solving such questions. So I will be sharing a direct approach with you, and because I know with the long process and long method you all will be able to solve, but the main thing is whether you will able to solve it in 10 to 15 seconds, and that is my motive, to get you to the direct approach which will help you in gaining the marks easier and in a faster way. Now, question says, if a1 a2 are in AP, find the value of this term. Now, suppose this the general term is a root an plus root an plus 1. Now, what it means? If I put value of n is equals to 1, if I put value of n equals to 1, then it means we are only talking about this value. Okay. Now, if value of n is equals to 2, then what it means? We are talking about these first two values. I hope this first point is clear to you. And on the better side, we are also provided with the options. And जब options provided हैं, तो options तो use करते हैं ना फिर जल्दी से, ठीक है? Now what we need to do? Put value of n is equals to 1. Put value of n is equals to 1 in four options. What we get from first option? We get 1 upon root a1 plus root a2. This is similar to the actual one. ठीक है, it was our luck that we got to the first option as our answer, but there is a little chance of mistake. There might be another option which will be satisfying the same thing also. So now look at the rest of the options. If we put n equals to 1 in second, the numerator turns out to be 0, hence second cannot be our answer. Third option, if we look at, there is a subtraction sign in denominator, but in our actual answer it should be plus. Look at it, hence option C is also eliminated. And option D, there is n minus 1 in numerator and it will again turn out to be 0, hence option D is also eliminated. So we have left with option A, and this is our final answer. So this was pretty much easier than the earlier question, and these type of questions must be attempted within few seconds, so that you can manage and balance your time in rest of the questions. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, I hope this also answered your question. Now move forward to the next one, the last question of our doubt session. Now this question is little bit difficult from the upward rest of two which we did earlier. So look at it carefully. This question belongs to section of modern maths. मॉडर्न मैथ्स का क्वेश्चन है. क्वेश्चन दिखने में काफी आसान लगेगा, बट व्हेन यू विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट, देन देयर माइट बी अ चांस यू गेट टू द रॉन्ग वन. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स सॉल्व इट. रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली. इफ द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ अ टाउन इज p in the beginning of any year, then it becomes 3 plus 2p in the beginning of next year. ठीक है, किसी भी साल में स्टार्टिंग में p होती है, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर में इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी 2p plus 3. Now, if the population in the beginning of 2019 is 1000, then the population in the beginning of 2034 is. So guys, what it shows कि there might be a pattern, जो एक पैटर्न फॉलो होगा, हमें उसी हिसाब से जो है क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है. ठीक है, सो नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स लुक आउट एट द पैटर्न. अब मुझे पैटर्न का कैसे पता चला कि ये यहाँ पर फॉलो हो रहा है? लुक एट द ऑप्शंस. All the four options represent that there is something common in all these four, and that thing will be a common pattern which will be originating. ठीक है, so now let's start with the solution. Now in earlier in any year population is P. ठीक है? Suppose in first year population is P. Okay. Now in second year population will be how much? Population become 2P plus 3. Okay, this is the provided information. Now according to this information, population in third year will be how much? It will be 2 into 2P plus 3 plus 3. Now this is the important point which you need to look out at. See, what was the similarity between first and second? P was multiplied by 2 and added by 3. We got the population of second year. And in the third year, what will happen? The same process will repeat. So, we will write it down as 4P plus 3 into 1 plus 2. I hope this is clear. ठीक है. Now similarly for the fourth year के लिए कैसे लिखेंगे? Fourth year के लिए we will follow the same pattern. 2 into 4P plus 3 into 1 plus 2 plus 3, adding the same term as it is, multiplied by 2 and then add 3. So this term will turn out to be 8P plus 3. It will be 1 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, so now we are seeing a pattern which is happening here. Okay, now we are done with the 4 year, so there is a common pattern which is happening. So now let's write down the nth term. Nth term means for any number for which this value will satisfy. Okay, so the nth number will be 2 raised to the power n minus 1 into p. 2 raised to the power n minus 1 into p. I will explain how did this n minus 1 into p came. Okay, plus 3 2n minus 1 minus 1. ठीक है. Now solving it more, we get nth term as 2 raised to the power n minus 1 into 2 raised to the power n minus 1 into p plus 3 and minus 3. Now this is the nth term. If you want to verify it, you can verify it. Put n is equals to 1. Put n is equals to 1 here. What we get? We get the value as p. ठीक है. Now verify it from here. For n is equals to 1 here, what it was? It was p. Similarly for n is equals to 2. n is equals to 2 put करेंगे. What we will get? We will get 2 into p plus 3 minus 3. ठीक है. Again we will get the same value 2p plus 3 on solving it. So it means this general term is correct one. Now let's come back to the question. Question is asking if population in 2019 is 1000, then what will be the population in 2034? It means after 16 years. So what will the value of n? Value of n will be how much? Value of n will be 16. So put value of n is equal to 16. It will be 2 into 2 raised to the power 16 minus 1, which is 15. P plus 3. P is how much? P is 1000. So it is 2 raised to the power 15 into 1003 minus 3. This is our final answer. Hence option C is the correct one. I hope this answered your question as well as all your doubts. So guys, keep sending your doubts like this so that you can get to know to a better efficient approach of solving your questions. Okay, thank you.